Welcome to another episode of the Panda and Grizzly Show. You know the best part of my week? It's when I get to come on and talk to you guys and see Martin hate the song that we're starting off with. It just brings joy to my life. It brings a smile onto my face because we get to talk Bears and he has to sit there and roll his eyes over and over again, and it just makes me happy. Just brings straight joy to me. Thank you for letting me have that joy.
The Bears suck.
You suck. It don't matter. I'm taking my go back to the locker room.
I just got again. If I am Bot, what's up? If you haven't been here in the last couple of weeks, Tuesdays we just combined Dynasty Pylon with Panda Grizzly. So I've been doing this for the last couple of weeks
because with me.
I can't do the Tuesday shows due to school and stuff, and it's just the scheduling sucks. I got to do it during this time, so I got to put up with that song. And even though it's like a minute long, it's just cringe. It really is. Best part of the week is seeing the Bears lose again. Yeah,
you know what? Too bad. Hey, we didn't lose last week. What you talking about?
Thank you.
The whole week, no losing.
Can we keep this show to 30 minutes?
No. Matter of fact,
keep promising 30 minutes, and then we go to freaking an hour, and then I gotta rush through mine.
Whatever. We spend as much time on mine as we do on yours.
No, we finished that an hour and a half last week, and it was almost an hour of yours.
It was 50 minutes.
Stupid Justin Fields.
Oh man, Michael, I won without a QB last week. Yeah, because Tyler Huntley, man, that was what the hell. I mean, Tyler Huntley killed me with that. Him and Kyler. And hey, Martin, you won a spike bet. Good job.
I did.
I blamed Kyler Murray. I blame him and his 5'10". I mean, no one was around him.
And it was Michael's question, too. It was Michael's question. If it was either D-Hop or Allen. And I said Allen.
And if you went with Allen, you got 20 points, and you went D-Hop, you only got 11. So
PPR, yeah. So good job for you, Michael. Now don't listen to this idiot over here.
Whatever. Look, I'm right most of the time. 100% of the time, I'm right 30% of the time. Always.
Yeah, most of the time. Yeah, we do. Absolutely. Individual defensive players is where it's at, man. Like it's like if you haven't done it yet, I'm telling you, next season, try and get yourself into a league.
You know what? And you can do it anyway. I mean, especially I love the sleeper app, especially on your phone. I really do like it. I like it more than I like NFL. I like it more than I do like ESPN.
NFL's garbage. ESPN. Look, I do the reviews.
ESPN is not as bad.
I do the reviews. The drafting of it sucks. It's one of the worst ones.
Yeah,
I hate Yahoo. I do the review of every single app every year, and I'm still not like. I go back to see if there's any improvement, and yeah, they're like Madden EA. They won't fix the franchise mode.
Thank God you put Keenan Allen instead of Stevenson. You're 100% right.
another one where you were wrong. And by the way,
I did. I wasn't.
The spike bet. Hold on. I never actually officially agreed.
I know. And that's why
Tank just wrote me in there.
No, Tank did that. He was like, look, we get spike bet, it's done. I was like,
I didn't. I never said yes.
I still think I was wrong, and I should man up because it happens so rarely. I need to just go ahead and have a spike bet every once in a while that I lose. Apparently. It's okay. It humanizes me. It humanizes.
Apparently. But yeah, no, I was like, yeah, okay, all right. Well, I guess. I mean, I'm like, I didn't like after I saw it, I was like, I'm just gonna leave it because, like, what's I've been taking shots all season by a point. I'm like, I just don't believe that this is the time. It was funny about that game, and so, yesterday was my first prime time game ever like actually there. Like, the whole NFL was there for that game. I was actually there. And it was my first primetime one, so it kind of felt a little special from the other Cardinals game I've been to. So the traffic was a lot more higher than normal. And it was because of a primetime game. So more people were actually going to in attendance to this one. So on our way there, we were actually a little late. We missed the kickoff and we were there, but we were getting to our seats. Which I'll show you guys Christmas Day. I'm gonna take a tour of that stadium for you guys as well on Christmas Day.
Who do they play Christmas Day?
The Buccaneers.
Okay, because I'm like,
They
Kyler's
should,
gone for the season.
because it's ass if a player's left. So it's gonna be a good game. Like when the suck meets the suck.
I think it's gonna be like preseason game. That's what's.
Oh, I love when two shitty teams play against each other. It's a good game. It really is. And people are like, oh, they both suck. I'm like, yeah, but they both suck, and that's why it's gonna be good. So you never know what you're gonna get. So we walk into our seats, and as soon as we sat down, everyone's huddling around whomever. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Like, and then the people before us, like, sat next to us, didn't even show up till like after first quarter. So I don't know.
So they have no clue what the hell going on.
So we sat down, and where I sit is like there's nobody in front of you, no one behind you. So like you have your own little section. It's really nice seats. So we sat down, and I'm like, well, well, that sucks. Somebody's already out. And then I look down at the field. Cardinals are on offense, and I'm like, oh my gosh, the car is rolling out.
Yep.
And who jumps on is Kyler Murray. I was like, well, it's a good thing I've seen him play, and this isn't my first NFL game, and I'm not like a Cardinals fan. That would have been disappointing to see, but I seen him play, so it was very interesting.
Did you see the? Did you ever see the play?
I saw the replay of it.
Like
it happens. It happens. Some of these guys, it just happens. This happened to OBJ last season too.
Yeah. But at least he was cutting. Like Kyler wasn't even doing anything.
He was cutting. Dropping. It looked like he was cutting.
I thought he was
going back inside is what it was. But yeah,
or trying to change directions and then
gone. Likely walking for the next week playoffs. Yeah. But I mean, he might come back though. So yeah, playoff weeks for sure. His career ended right there. Nah, he'll be back.
His career's not over. He just signed a $240 million contract. He's good. He's going to be around.
He'll be back.
You get rid of Cliff Kingsbury, but you're not getting rid of anybody else.
Yeah. What's up, Anthony? This man is surviving still, but not.
He's not surviving. He's winning all the time.
Well, he's winning. Yeah, you're right. Mark is surviving.
Dude, I don't know how.
Mark is surviving.
I don't know what's going on. Like he's just like a cockroach. Like he's just no matter what you step on him, you jump on him, and he
changed his name and everything to La Cucaracha. Everything his name's like his even profile pic. Like he just skips away with a win every week. It is hilarious.
It doesn't even make sense. He beats someone by a 10th of a point. He beats another person by another 10th of a point. It doesn't make any sense.
Right.
All right, whatever. I'm not going to hate on him. Look at the Derrick Rose. Yeah, but Derrick Rose also was afraid to come back, and he was so explosive. I think it's different for Kyler. You think Kyler would have been a bust in baseball? Wow. I don't think so.
I don't think so. Dude's an athlete, man.
Yeah. He's an amazing athlete. And in baseball, you have a lot more things, a lot more time to sit down. So I don't think that's a problem.
All right.
Watch him get replaced in the draft.
No, they invested too much.
They can't.
They invested too much on him. I don't think they will, and it just doesn't seem like.
No. I mean, they're going to have a new coach. There's no question in my mind.
Yeah, Kingsbury's done. Yeah. I think Kingsbury's done. Vance Joseph is done.
Yeah, Vance Joseph, he should have been gone anyway.
No, I agree. 100%. He should have been gone. Yeah. But yeah, it's just different how different perspectives of what a coach changes the way it is. Like, finally, the Cardinals are actually doing okay, but at the beginning of the season, it was really weird. I didn't understand some of it. Like I said, he's a cool dude and all, but God, if you're not getting the job done, why are you here? So
I saw someone say Kyler Murray was getting worse in what's the game? What's the game he plays all the time?
Who? Oh, Call of Duty?
Yeah, Call of Duty. That he was getting worse than Call of Duty, so he hurt himself towards ACL on purpose, so
Stupid.
he can sit down and play more Call of Duty and get better. He got to get back in that top 10 ranking. So once you drop down in the top 10, you got to jump back up. So
and that joke Anthony was saying last night in his show, the Get Right Fantasy, he was saying that he's like, if he gets injured, well, I guess he got more time to play Call of Duty now, and he said that was funny. But yeah, what's up, Kadani? Said, what's up, Brian? I just checked y'all's trailer with the Mario Brothers. I was in the car when I heard the radio say that Kyler went down. I'm just waiting for the SpongeBob.
Sound my leg. I was actually thinking of the Peter Griffin when he hurt his knees. That's why I was thinking the whole time. But then I was like, is he really down for real? This is serious, man. I'm glad he's not my quarterback, at least my only quarterback. He was my quarterback in 2 different leagues. I'm glad I got out of that.
What it's funny is because Mark. So in our dynasty league, Mark has had Kyler Murray. This is his first season. He traded for him this season, and it's been working out pretty good for him. Last 3 seasons, he's had Carson Wentz when he was with the Colts, and he has had Carson Wentz with the Commanders. And every so on waiver pickup he's been throwing in. Wentz went down earlier this season.
Yep.
So he ended up replacing him. Wentz is coming back on IR.
Yep.
Kyler Murray just went on. He's going to probably go on IR.
Yep.
Well, he's done for the season. Yeah. And I think he has Heineke or somebody. And then I'm like, why is it that your dynasty team always wants you to force to play Carson Wentz every year? And he goes, I don't know, man. It's like every single time an opportunity comes, it's like, oh, Carson Wentz coming back. All right, let's get rid of one of your
things
QBs.
happen just for this. Like,
and he's in the playoffs. He lost his QB. I don't know. I think he's done. And he lost.
I don't know. Heineke is an interesting play. It's an interesting add-on. He can still score some points.
I don't know. I can't remember who his backup was, but I know for a fact that he's going into the playoffs without his main QB, and I think he actually lost his bye. So he has to play next week. He lost the bye because he lost last week, so he lost the bye. So now he has to reconfigure his schedule. Thank God that ain't my problem though. And what a season! Hell yeah. It has been crazy season. A lot of talk on the radio said that the Cardinals bring the head coach, the GM, back because of the injury plague this year.
If you bring back Kingsbury, it's your fault. You deserve what happens to you if you bring him back.
I wouldn't bring.
Plain and simple.
I can't. I just can't.
He's a college coach. This is what it is.
You've had opportunities to figure it out, and it just hasn't been, happening. I don't know. It's just not. And Mark keeps hanging around. He's gonna have to try and hang out in hang around in the dynasty league.
But you know what? I'm telling you with this guillotine thing. If Mark gets some running backs, because there's a lot of running backs out there now. He has to. But same Tank. If Tank gets some receivers, and Mark gets some running backs, this is gonna be really interesting into the guillotine league. This playoff run is going to be interesting. I wonder who's going to be left. Because, Anthony doesn't need anybody. That's fine. But because, at any point in time,
an upgrade.
Mahomes could always go off. You got to remember that. Mahomes could always, Josh Allen could always go off. So if either one of those guys get 40 points and they upgrade their receiver and running back respectively, just saying, anything can happen.
He's got golf. There it is.
No.
He's got golf going into the playoffs.
Ooh, well, I guess that might actually be okay.
Yeah.
I don't know exactly what's going to happen with Detroit, but I think they're going to make a run.
Play golf next week, though. I don't want to play golf next week. You won't see me picking up golf for next week. Next week against the Jets? Nope, I'm good.
I'm telling you,
he's not Josh Allen.
They have so much talent over there. They can score a lot of points.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see. But I want to get to the moment I all been waiting for. I have just a question for you. I'm not even going to go through all the stuff that we usually go through. Can the Bears stay around this game? Can they? I'm not even saying win. Can they stay close in this game?
This upcoming one?
Against the Eagles. This is the one I'm talking about. Yeah.
I haven't looked at the whole schedule, but
It's the
no,
Eagles right now. This is
no, absolutely not. Absolutely
with
not.
Justin
Give me
Fields
a reason
coming
why.
off a bye.
Absolutely not.
Coming off a bye. I'm just saying, there's a lot of teams that stuck. I mean, didn't the Colts almost beat the Eagles? Paint me
Uh,
paint me a picture. The Eagles won by 1 point at the end of the game. That's just what I'm saying. So I'm just saying there are opportunities there.
no.
The problem I see is that the Eagles' worst part of their defense was the run defense, but they shored it up.
But that's a different line,
stuff.
though. That's a
Oh,
different line. It's the Eagles line compared to, or it's the Bears line compared to the Colts line. There's a big difference.
Not really. The Colts have been the worst ranked line in the NFL,
I don't
and the
know.
Bears line running wise is great. We're still the number one running team in the NFL. I mean, to be fair, a lot of that is Justin Fields being amazing at running the ball.
Are they though?
They really are. They still average more yards per game than any other team.
I'm still thinking that the Bears let a lot through, and I'm gonna get to that later. Like, I know your argument's gonna say that they're good, but I have a specific.
No. I'm not saying any part of our team is good except for Justin Fields, and and David Montgomery is going to be is a decent running back that I think they have to resign. Personally, I think they have to resign him.
Yeah, I'm just trying to avoid injuries. Wouldn't mind Chase to add him to my receivers. Yeah, I mean, it's.
You have so many receivers; it doesn't even matter.
I don't know.
I
can't remember who was even. I just depleted his team and then moved on with school. So I mean, I didn't even have time to like really look at your guys' rosters. Usually, I'll deplete a team, look at your guys' rosters, and figure out who take who.
Mm-hmm.
But today, I just did the deed and left. Like I couldn't, man.
I was looking at it already because I was like, if Mark needs to get this guy, all right, Tank needs to get this guy, and that's why I looked at Anthony's team. And I was like, man, I don't know what he needs. He really doesn't need anything.
Thing is, like today and tomorrow it's gonna be crazy. Like tomorrow for me, like I look, guys.
You need to study.
I'm not gonna be on tomorrow's show, and there's a chance that he might end up running the show. I don't even know if Mark's like, look, honestly, dude, I don't know what you're doing.
I'll figure something out.
Mark, you might go into by yourself.
Might happen. You know, I always got Tank in my back pocket. Something happens.
Well, I hope so. Martin's like, I'm taking the Fields. Justin Fields is Thanos, bro. He take the ball and says, I'll be fine.
I'll do it myself.
I mean,
I can see that happening. I can see them sticking around the game as long as Justin Fields has been playing in the last like 7 weeks. I can see him keeping the game close by himself, literally.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And we'll see. The Bears so the Eagles are -9, so they're 9-point favorites, right? 9.5 now, point favorites.
I don't know.
That's a lot of points.
This is why I don't think they have a chance against the Eagles.
Oh, I know.
Like
it happened. It happened.
I'm actually excited though, specifically because of my championship matchup. I have Jack Sanborn with Miles Sanders.
Jack Sanborn's going to have like,
you know how many points I'm going to get?
Miles Sanders might have 20.
They're just going to run into each other all day. Whoever's playing against me, I'm sorry, but I just got the secret stack of the IDP right there.
It's the best stack.
My running back is going to run into my linebacker all day. And it's the very first game of the week, isn't it? Or one of the very first.
No, because we have Saturday games. So we have Thursday and we have Saturday.
Oh, that's right. That's right. We got Indianapolis, Minnesota, Baltimore, Cleveland, and Miami, Buffalo.
Yep.
As a matter of fact, because I'll be done with school, I might actually go online that morning for you guys. I thought about this. So it might just be me. I don't know, but I'll try and go on that morning. So Anthony said my co-host is gone tomorrow too, Brian. Maybe we can work something out.
Excellent. I think that's a perfect idea, Anthony.
There's
Definitely.
we still have. Do we still have them
I believe we do. When I was
on
setting
our
up on StreamYard, I believe I still have theirs.
I mean, if it doesn't log on, I'm gonna need that the weird info. And oh
Yeah,
wait, we do.
I have it. It's on there. Yep.
It's on there, Anthony. If look, but Anthony's gonna have to go on there. Look, figure it out. But my final is look. Even Brian's mad at me if I even remotely try and
No,
go
I
on.
don't even want you on. If you come on, I'm definitely I'm kicking you off. Kick you off your own show. You need to do well on this stuff. I'm just letting you know.
But if you guys go past the 2-hour mark, so I don't know what time you guys are gonna go on. So if you guys like my time starts from 6 to 8.
Mm-hmm.
If you guys go on my time 7 and you guys go an hour, and then plus, and Anthony likes to do 6-hour streams, so it would be on you. If you guys are in mid show, I will jump on
as long as you're done. And I know it's 8:00 Mountain Time.
I know. I promise you, I won't come on until I'm done. I promise you that. I promise you. I'll either be super happy or super relieved or like bummed out because I may or may not be like feel uncomfortable how I did tomorrow. You know that test feeling. Everybody's been through it.
Yep.
Like you've either felt like you bombed the test or you did really, really good. So I don't know.
I just got a call from my cousin. I've been helping them out in organic chemistry, and he called me. It was like, I can't believe it. I just did this test, and they didn't have any of the hard stuff on it. They had all easy stuff on it, and I just aced it. It's crazy.
I'm hoping that's me tomorrow. Because then it says my Niners play Thursday. To me, Brock Purdy has gone through into the fire against Miami. Then he starts against Brady. If he can win Thursday at Seattle in front of all the crowd, I have full confidence in him. I think you need to have full confidence in him regardless. But however, he is still banged up, isn't he?
Yep. So he had an MRI on his midsection. It's abdominal today.
Yeah,
but it looks like he's just badly bruised, but he's gonna put a flap jacket on. He's most likely gonna play.
Yeah.
But
hopefully it's not like
did you hear that story about Brock Purdy?
No.
So his parents bought tickets to the San Francisco Bucks game.
Okay, yes.
Because they want.
I didn't hear the whole story, but yeah.
Yeah, so they wanted to go see Tom Brady because that's their favorite quarterback. They're like, oh, I want to see him. Just so happens that Brock Purdy's first start is against Tom Brady. In that game, his parents already bought the tickets for.
Smashed.
And he smashed Tom Brady. His parents is in there watching
crying.
Their son beat Tom Brady. That's a dude.
Like those were
story.
Tears of joy that your kid basically made you proud. Like that right there is real.
Can anyone
but it was interesting.
top that? I mean, any father watching his son do that. I mean, I would lose it too.
Yeah.
I would.
And I appreciate that, Anthony. I really do, man. So I got 2 of them tomorrow. So but so yesterday, was it yesterday? No, the day Sunday, right? Yeah, yes, Sunday we were watching it. Is it me or was that the third game that the NFL decided to take off because it was the Vikings game, the Dallas game, and that game that that teams were getting out blown up so bad like a high school team that it was embarrassing to even air it, that they had to take it off the air. I've never seen that ever until this season.
But happening to Brady is what's crazy. And the way Purdy was doing it wasn't like they were just running the ball. He was throwing that ball around. He was whipping it around. McCaffrey was doing his thing. I mean, I was so worried when I saw Debo get carted off. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Come on.
And to all the haters, man, like, oh, he's done and blah blah blah. I'm like, look, bro, he'll be back. I mean, I know
a high ankle sprain for 3 weeks is
not looking good.
No, I was
for fantasy, yeah, he's done, but he's still a good athlete.
Yeah, I'm just so happy that he was able to come back. But you know what? Brandon Ayuk showed out too. So soon as Debo was out,
Brandon Ayuk fan.
Brandon Ayuk was like, I could be a number 1 guy. Just
I've
don't worry
always
about
been a Brandon Ayuk fan. He like right now in which sucks is we talk about the really bad situation in players or the really good situation, but we never talk about the guys who's consistently give us the solid numbers and who's okay, and above average. Brandon Ayuk is that guy. He has been consistent. He has been getting you points, and every owner who has him this season has not had a complaint about him. And it's like, don't fix what's not broken. That's Brandon Ayuk.
What do you
Last year,
what do
last
you
year we
think
had
about
this issue.
Ayuk?
Oh, whatever, he's in doghouse. I'm like, yeah, but I said this. I'm like, he's a good receiver. Eventually, he'll come out and he'll do what he does best.
You know what it reminds me of? Not that I'm saying Brandon Ayuk's gonna turn into this guy, but do you remember when Jerry Rice was the number one receiver for San Francisco, right? And you kept
Yeah,
on
that was a
seeing
long time ago. As a matter of fact, no, I can't remember that.
it wasn't even that long ago because he played for a long ass time.
Well, I know, but like, I would. You know what? We're speaking about history and stuff. I'll get into that real quick, but I no, I think I might have gotten a glimpse of it.
So he was still number one receiver when T.O. was there, but T.O. was just a dude, just a
Mhm.
regular guy. And for the first couple of years, he was just a guy. And then all of a sudden,
Right, because they were together, right?
exactly, yeah, they're
Right.
together. And then all of a sudden, T.O. just explodes.
Mm-hmm.
And that situation, like, I mean, Jerry Rice is probably the greatest football player, not quarterback, to ever play the game of football. That's
Mm-hmm.
probably what he is. But once
Oh,
again, T.O.
nice.
exploded. And this Brandon Ayuk might have that type of
Just a
talent
little
in
bit
him.
better. There you go.
So
A little
I don't
easier
know.
on people's eyes. Um, yeah, I mean,
He might have that type of that
I,
talent.
I, he's very good. I like he's not Debo, but he's like a Debo light. When he's
Exactly.
not there, they use him like Debo. Like he's gotten carries before, and I've always been a fan of Brandon Ayuk since he's came in. You know, I watched the off-season training camp that they have like a rookie. I can't remember what it's called, but they have like basically it's all the rookies that come in during that camp.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Pittman was in there. Uh, defensive lineman Blockman was in there. AJ Dillon was in there. Brandon Ayuk was there. Herbert was there. I forgot what the name of the show is. But once off season comes rolling around, it's gonna hit me and like. But it was basically like a camp for them coming in and kind of working on their skills because these guys were the top prospects.
Mm-hmm.
Brandon Ayuk actually got a phone call during that time and said that they were trying to get him a higher draft pick, but because of he was injured or something like that, I can't. The memory's fuzzy. I can't remember what it was exactly, but they were trying to get him into the first round, but not in the top like 15 or anything because of whatever issue he had. So he ended
Yeah.
up being towards the end, which is good for the Niners because he fits perfectly there.
And
But
he gets to grow and mature with the Niners, and that's what's really good.
yeah, and I think last year that was the issue. I don't know, and still to this day it bugs me what really happened at the beginning of the season because I'm like, why? He did really good rookie year, and then sophomore
It,
year it was like,
but understand, it's about quarterback, and it's about the quarterback how they throw, and they have favorites, and that's just how it goes. Said Purdy to the moon. That was also I kind of like that kid. Yeah. And said last year he's being drafted in the 4th round ahead of Debo, who was going in the 7th. Because you saw the talent, but then Debo just had an unbelievable year. So I just wonder if they're going to be able to keep him.
deep. Ayuk,
Ayuk.
he still got another year or two on his contract, right?
So I think he has a year, right?
I don't know
Because
if he signed a four.
Ayuk
His
Ayuk
rookie
had
contract is 4 years or
it's 4
5 years.
years. It's if he's
It's
not in the
four,
first
right?
round, not in the first round, you're second round, you're a 4-year.
I don't see why they wouldn't.
Because Debo signed a $77 million contract. And he's, you can't spend $150 million on your
Yeah,
wide
but
receivers.
Yeah, but if Debo is not like I'm not saying this, but just in some weird reality that Debo comes back and he's not as good as he is, like he's been constantly getting bagged up, right? Like honestly, like sometimes this happens, receivers just fall off. How old is he now?
Debo is like 28. Isn't it 27? He might be 27 actually.
You know my rule. You know my rule.
But it doesn't matter because how
No,
the
I'm a
contract is,
firm
how
believer.
much is it's 26. He's
Oh,
26.
nah, it'll be all right.
And you gotta remember this contract he is guaranteed, it's mostly guaranteed. Most of that money is guaranteed to him. So you're not going to be cutting him until his last year.
They'll somehow manage with both.
I don't know if you
I
can,
think
because you got to play. If you pay a quarterback and you paying your
they'll manage with
defense,
both. I'm not
and
worried.
and how long you keep on Christian McCaffrey?
I'm not worried.
If the
I'm
choice
not
between
worried.
Ayuk and Christian McCaffrey, who's going to get the money?
Ayuk.
You will give the Ayuk. I don't think. I think the 49ers
He's
will give
younger
McCaffrey.
and he's less prone to injury.
Remember who they are and how long the 49ers have been pawning over McCaffrey. And remember the relationship with McCaffrey. I think it's going to come down if you want to keep McCaffrey, Ayuk is not going to be able to get paid.
Look, why are we talking about this? Ayuk's going to stay there.
No, he's
Ayuk's
not.
going to stay there. He's not going anywhere.
I think he leaves. I think Brandon Ayuk leaves.
No. Stop talking this nonsense, man.
You know what's going to happen.
No.
Ayuk's going to be.
You're so wrong on where people go. It's ridiculous.
I'm so right. What are you talking about?
Do not bring up your Justin Fields, your one-hit wonder. He is your one-hit wonder.
It's the only argument I need, Martin.
No. Do not bad teacher me. It is not. No.
It's the only argument I need.
On more players on where they end up going than you.
Trust me. 4 years. So next year.
Where's the Niners picking?
2025.
Why are we talking about the Niners? What happened to the Bears? This is not a Bears show.
I mean, when you start talking, I want to talk football. So I like talking about all
that's
this
fine.
stuff.
That's fine. The Bears, hold on. The Niners don't even have a first, do they?
No. They won't have a pick for a long time.
I'm looking where.
Because remember Christian McCaffrey.
Because they gave it to the Broncos. They have a third-round pick. They have two of them. Basically back-to-back. There's the 100 and the 102.
Mm-hmm. And then it's like nothing to the fifth round, right? I don't believe they have a fourth. Yeah. 2 3s, 2 5.
They'll make it work, man. They'll make it work.
I don't know. You need a quarterback. We'll see. I don't believe in I think Justin Fields should have been there. That's the only reason I kind of.
Justin Fields should have been there,
and that's what it is. And I think Trey Lance.
Trey Lance will be fine.
I don't know, man.
Trey Lance will be fine. I
don't believe in it because I don't believe in quarterbacks that are 1 year wonders.
We haven't even seen him yet, so that's the thing.
I'm talking about in college. He only had 1 year, one great year, and all the quarterbacks that give you one great year, fizzled out.
I think you'll be all right. We'll see.
I mean, and all the quarterbacks who gave you 3 years and went
through the fire
and all
we'll see,
stuff.
Man. Like this is all future talk that we don't even know yet, man. Like
hey, Zach Wilson, 1 year, BYU.
This is what we do, Kadani. We are the main bread and butter of the Nerd Huddle when it comes to football.
And all we do is argue, even though we both
we agree
the same
on
stuff.
A lot. But when it comes to certain things like this is where we're at. Like we go back and forth. This is why Brian's my favorite.
And this is why we could have a whole show, just not even. I want to focus on the Bears, but I'm just going to talk about football. Football.
I got IDP waivers to do, and I might just show them, and you're like, "There you go, guys, figure it out."
There we got.
And I'm not even gonna talk about it, but
But no, look, I think those 1 year quarterbacks are always a problem. And if I was an NFL team, I would never take those 1 year guys. I will always go for guys. I think Bryce Young is going to be good. Why do I think Bryce Young is going to be good? Because he went to Alabama. He went against the best competition every single week.
You can't that's different.
No,
that's different.
So we talk about, I just said, Zach.
Zach Wilson?
Zach Wilson was a 1 year wonder at BYU. He was a 1 year wonder. Mitch Trubisky, a 1 year wonder. But you look at all the quarterbacks that played.
Trey Lance or Zach Wilson?
I'm saying Trey Lance might not be as good. Just might not.
He
might not have it.
On what Trey Lance can do over Zach Wilson's garbage.
Zach Wilson has a strong arm too, but he's just not a leader. And going to New York is a terrible place for him to go. He needs to be out somewhere Denver.
They ate him up really.
He needs to be somewhere that you could go be stupid and.
I don't even know why the Jets look, the
You know why I
Jets
said
are a
Denver
dumb
though?
organization for that.
You know why I said Denver because of that article that Mark posted.
Oh, with Kelsey?
Well, Travis Kelsey. Let me just read this to you guys. This is just hilarious.
What Kelsey said? Yeah. This is good. Let's see if I can pull it up though. Actually,
All right.
go ahead.
Says I got a chance to meet Russ before the game. Nice enough guy. But there's an ever-present stepdad who tries too hard, cringy, that permeates the air around him. He asked me if I thought people who watch Harry Potter are going to hell. When I laughed at him, told him I don't know. He asked me who's my favorite Harry Potter character. I replied Hagrid, and he told me he'd be praying for me. He had a lot of nervous energy around him, like a theater kid recording a TikTok movie or a monologue. His voice was shifting, accent was while we were talking, like a computer that was trying to sync up with his voice. I don't know. Seemed like the dude who was trying to hang out with Patrick's brother. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Just saying. Just
You know what got me the most out of that is his energy part, where he said he has this cringe energy around him, and you know what? And I'm like, he does, man.
And people don't like
and you
him
know
for
when you
that
have cringe
thing.
energy around you, it's like people don't really want to hang out with you, and this is why only half your team shows up to your birthday party.
Exactly.
That's why I'm not surprised. And everyone's like, "Oh yeah, they don't like him." I'm like, no, he's a weird dude. He's an amazing athlete, but he's just a weird dude.
You know, I think he's going to have a bounce back year, but I think everyone's going to know what type of person he is from now on.
Well, yeah, man, I wouldn't want to be next to the dude. I'm trying to sleep, man, in the plane. Don't be doing freaking workouts next to me. Honestly, if that would have happened, I would have slapped him. I would have been like the biggest lineman there. I'm like, I'm gonna let every mofo go through me, and I'll be benched. But in the meantime, you better stop. Like,
but you know, his linemen do things. See what you do. You have your offensive linemen, right? You buy them stuff, and you do whatever you want them for them.
They're like the mean machine when what's his face stood up and they just let the whole freaking line, the prisoners, run through and rocked them.
And then they're dapping each other up like, yeah,
exactly. Zion says, I'm just happy not on here. Brown saying, come on, Skip. I mean, Zach Wilson does. No, man, like
Cougars. Yeah, he is. He is. Hey, what if we get a story now that Zach Wilson's talking to Giselle? How would that make you feel? Tom Brady would hate him. That would be great. That's the other thing I heard about Tom Brady.
Giselle would never waste her time on him.
He got a lot of money.
Look,
his family got money.
No, I don't think Giselle would do that.
I think he got his own money. He got his own money.
She wouldn't mess with a child.
Hey, Cougars, you never know, man.
Yeah.
You never know. That's all I'm saying. All right. Let's have some focus on this. Okay. I have a question for you then.
All right.
Well, is Justin Fields looking at Jalen Hurts, hoping that he could be him next year?
Yes. I mean, but again, they have to make the right moves. And I see what they're doing. The only question I had was the Claypool one. That was the only questionable move they made.
You have to make him understand him as a third receiver because you need to go get a number one. And the best thing that the Eagles did was go get AJ Brown. That was the move that changes everything. So like the Bears go get a big body receiver that's going to be able to catch the ball no matter what, like a star. Changes.
They've made some questionable moves. Like honestly, I hated the fact that they brought Velus Jones in there. I don't care.
There's no reason
he used to play with him. Like he is not what he should be.
Yeah.
You know, like the dude is older than probably a good fourth of your team.
He's as old as Deebo Samuel.
Yeah, it's nuts.
He's older than Brandon Ayuk.
I want to find out, and I still yet to look this up. If Velus Jones has a doctorate degree, if that man doesn't have a doctorate degree, I'm gonna be really upset. How are you in school that long?
He didn't have to go to class. That's why what it was.
Something's not right, but I did not like that.
Yeah,
they need to fix the line is number one. The number one issue is that line, and
Even with the
bringing another.
line, I'm saying that really all you need a left tackle and a center. You get a left tackle and a center, your two guards are good. Jenkins is good. Whitehair is solid. So if you get a center, now your middle of your line is set up. And then you get a left tackle, you move Braxton Jones, let him battle for the right tackle, and let it go. So
You just said you just said what I was saying, but in more detail.
Yeah.
Like I said, fix the line. That's all I said. Fix the line. You went into center and left tackle nonsense. Like, look, you know what I meant though.
No,
fix the line.
What you said is 100% right. You go free agency, you have $135 million. You go get you a center. You draft you a left tackle. That's what you do. That's solidifies your line. Then you go buy you a defensive line because you're going to have to go buy an entire defensive line. You have all you have is a 3 technique in Jones. That's all you got.
Yeah.
You know, and I think Sanborn, you looked into Sanborn. Morrow is fine. You go get you another weak, strong side linebacker, and now you looking for a wide receiver, and that's it. Those are doable moves.
The defensive line, a good end or something like
that.
Yeah,
no, I'm saying the whole line. I think you need to get the entire line.
Yeah,
all of it.
The thing is, what you're avoiding is this entire episode is Aaron Rodgers still owns you.
I'm not worried about Aaron Rodgers.
But you have to bring that up. You have to. I know you weren't, because and this is why I'm here to bring it up. Aaron Rodgers still owns you, and as bad as they're doing,
Aaron Rodgers got lucky. He got lucky. He got lucky. That's all it is. And you know what? And those people in Green Bay are so stupid. They think that you own. Aaron Rodgers probably got a piece of paper saying you own the Chicago Bears, and he thought that was real. This is what they do. They buy pieces of paper and give the Green Bay Packers money for things. Oh, I own the Green Bay Packers. I own the Green. Yeah, he's just stupid. All you people in Green Bay that buying parts of the team are stupid because you got your little piece of paper.
Look, I'm going through these stadiums, right? I'm going through all these stadiums, and eventually I'm gonna make my way over there. Okay, I'm gonna make my way over there.
You're gonna love it.
Okay, and you know the very first thing I'm gonna turn the camera on. I'll go live when I do the stadium tour. I'm gonna go right up to the parking lot, and there's gonna be a spot for Aaron Rodgers right there. And I'm like, there it is. We're walking into Soldier Field.
I cannot wait to next year. All I can say is I cannot wait to next year because Aaron Rodgers, that team is going down, and I'm going to enjoy watching the Flames. I'm just going to enjoy it like so much.
Zach Wilson breaking into Giselle's room the same way Johnny did. Right? Oh my God!
Oh man!
Oh, you what do I gotta do? You gotta do it. I'm not gonna.
Oh my God! So Tom Brady probably wish he stayed with Giselle and misses Bruce Arians right now. That's what it is. He misses Bruce Arians and he wishes he would have stayed, stuck it out with Giselle. He just made some bad moves. That's some bad moves.
Oh man, it's just like a plethora of things on why everything's going wrong there. So
it started with the line. And
it started before the season started, but like I said, there's a plethora of things that just going on wrong. Mike Evans, hold on. Mike Evans had a touchdown. It was a 70-yard touchdown. Okay. I was actually sweet. The man finally did it, and I'm like, cool, we called it right.
Yep.
And then it got called back.
And then he's wide open in the end zone for another touchdown.
So mad.
Did you see him wide open in the end zone and Tom Brady miss him completely? It was one of the worst duck throws I've ever seen.
I might have been watching between that game, Carolina and Seahawks, and the Kansas City Broncos game. I was watching those three at the same time. So I might have missed that specific play.
As Jimmy Mills
is terrible.
Brady, it was terrible. He's been terrible for the last 3 weeks.
He is terrible. That he accidentally typed was and he meant to put is instead of was. It's okay, Jimmy. I got you.
You know that's his favorite guy, but man, it's awful to watch him.
And isn't Jimmy a Bucks fan?
Yes, he's a Tom Brady fan. He loves him. He was just
should have retired, bro. I'm sorry.
They talking about him playing next year? Dude, really? What team's gonna let him play?
He was saying, okay, so I heard something about he's going to stick it to NFC, but he's going to be in somewhere else.
Yeah, so people are talking. He said all options are on the table.
If
And
he goes to the Saints,
well, you know, he wants to go to San Francisco.
why? Oh, because
That's where he's
California,
from.
that's where he's from.
That's where he's
Yeah,
from.
that makes sense. That makes sense. I don't know, man. Look, that man retires, unretires, retires, unretires. Okay, he's done it multiple times. I'm just whatever. Let him do what he needs to do, because I'm in a situation where you're no longer a threat,
Yeah.
and it might be because of your line. That's what I'm going to give you this season. Now, if next season you start slinging it and you're in a better line and they fix that situation, then okay, you're still the GOAT. You like, he will
No, I
always
mean,
be
he's
the GOAT
still
to
the
me, no matter
GOAT.
what.
No matter what. Yeah, he's still the GOAT. That should go without saying.
It's just sad when you see older players still trying to stick it out with the young guns and you can't.
This is what happens. It happens to
I know.
everybody.
I know. Like, Big Ben's last 2 years were just sad. And I'm over here watching Matt Ryan from after the Super Bowl just deplete his career away. Yeah,
That's sad. That's sad. Watching Matt Ryan. That's
it
sad.
sucks, man. Not as much as Skip loves Brady, though. The disrespect to Sharp was awful.
Yeah.
San Francisco doesn't need him. Purdy looked like better. Like, I think Purdy's going to be the guy.
Do you think Jimmy G stays in San Francisco? Does San Francisco get rid of him?
No, at this point, you got to get rid of him now.
Because now
I said this, like, I remember we had this argument in the offseason that I said he was going to stay. But I think at this point, you do now get rid of him. Trey Lance will be there next season. You roll with Trey Lance and Purdy. And it's going to be a battle between those two.
Okay. Last question I got for you for this. If Purdy wins the Super Bowl,
okay,
do you still give the team back?
Universe of yours, okay.
Do you still give the position back to Trey Lance?
Yes. The draft capital that you spent on him, that you know that the talent that you thought it was going to be, they're going to give him a shot. They're going to give him a shot.
Wait,
Me personally, I'd be like quarterback competition. I would have different packages for them both. That's what I would do. I would have different packages for them both. But I think what they do is they're going to figure it out between them, and they're going to go Trey Lance, and they're going to establish Purdy as the main backup, because he's a rookie, so he's got plenty of years to definitely back him up.
Yeah, but I'm saying, if you won the Super Bowl already, you beat all these teams, and you look like a professional starting quarterback, and they put you back on the bench. Like, I don't know if that can happen. I don't, because it's not just like he's just not just going through the playoffs, like 2 games.
You're right.
He's literally doing through the regular season and the playoffs, and the team is behind him. And if he keeps it going, and you know what's good is if you do go with him, it resets everything. You can stick with Purdy for a long time. You can give him $10 million, and now 4 more years, you can go and
trade Trey Lance for something.
Exactly, and now you can afford Ayuk. You can afford McCaffrey. You can afford everybody because you got 4 more years of a rookie quarterback. I'm just saying that's something we got to think about.
So the Bucs teams as a team is bad, but the defense, I think, is top 10 pretty good. Yeah, they're good. The defense is good, and that's the only thing solid, and that's only thing that's holding them up.
What happens in San Francisco,
except for when Brock comes in.
What happens in San Francisco is that they have the best left tackle in the game. That's just what it is. When you have the best left tackle and the best blocking and full all-around tight end in the game, it changes your offense, because you can run, you can pass, and you got McCaffrey, who's just a Swiss Army knife. But they don't have to rely on him because they have Debo, they have all these other options when you can spread the ball out to everybody, and you have a genius. I mean, I hate to call him a genius, but we have a coach that knows offensive genius. That's just, he's been around the game for as long as he's been alive.
Yep. Shanahan knows what he's doing. But last year, like I said, last year was very weird and interesting. We didn't know what was going on. But it's like he knows what he's doing, but he knows things so much that it confuses us.
Yeah. He's so wired in. We don't know exactly what he's doing, but
yeah, it's so weird. Also, Can Brady operate San Francisco offense? They run the West Coast offense. Brady's an opposite of that.
I think Brady can run any offense. He doesn't have to run because he'll just utilize the running backs better.
Yeah.
That's all
I
he'll do.
think Brady will be in a like Brady knows what he's doing. He's been in the game for 20 years. Like, you know, he'll somehow figure it out. Shanahan had Matt Ryan, who also couldn't run.
Mm-hmm.
So what's Brady any different? I don't see what.
Honestly, I don't think there's any problem.
They both can't run.
Exactly. They both can't run. It's the same thing. You know, and Tom will have a great line. And you have weapons all around him. It's like being back in New England. Yeah. It's just what it'll be. So if he does get to San Francisco and he gets 1 year there, he can ride off to the sunset and be great again. Leave on top.
This is all hopeful stuff.
Yeah.
This is all stuff that we won't talk about until March, because January and February is going to be a lot of coaching. And really, I'm just waiting for what Houston does next. I love getting a bucket of popcorn just before the offseason. And if I could, I would just sit there in front of the Houston Texans organization and just wait to what crazy random drama they like starting next. It could be what kind of head coach, because they didn't hire an African American coach or a black coach or white coach.
Do they just not even interview a black guy? And it just not look at the room at all.
Houston is the worst, man. I don't understand what they're doing over there. I don't know why. The only good thing they got going over there is they drafted Dameon Pierce,
and they have the number 1 pick next year.
Yeah,
and that's scary to me.
Why?
I first of all, I think they will mess it up somehow.
Oh, I think they will. They usually mess things up.
They're going to draft someone like you. Like, why would you draft him? That's going to happen. CJ Stroud is not going to be there either.
So Shanahan's do it. They have all the power. I think the Shanahans, yeah.
Yeah, I mean they are still really good, smart.
Somehow the Shanahans make it done. Get it done. The Bucks not making the playoffs. I'm calling it.
Would you be surprised if the Carolina Panthers came all the way back?
I don't know, man. No, I would not.
No. With Carolina and Detroit come all the way back.
This is Chuba Hubbard's moment, though. I would tell you that right now. This is Chuba Hubbard's moment.
So he's not the starting running back, but
he is now
23 touches. It's amazing. You need to grab Chuba Hubbard. If we're talking about who you need to get off the trash heap right now,
start your waivers, man.
Man, we can start right now because Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard's a perfect one you want to start. As far as running backs go, I mean, first one is Zonovan.
While you do that, I'm gonna get some water.
Go ahead, go grab some. So I'm gonna say Zonovan Knight needs to be my first guy. I'm gonna go get. He's only rostered in 41% of the leagues. Michael Carter didn't look like much in there, and he was still able to do all the explosive plays. He's averaging about 15 points every game. Zonovan Knight, that's the guy. I love seeing that. And then even though Martin is gone, I'm gonna bring his guy. J.K. Dobbins will be the guy I will also be looking for, especially with the Ravens. They have to run the ball. Tyler Huntley is gone. They're going to have to run the ball more. Even when he's if he's back in, there's no way they can do anything else. If they run Huntley, he can get hurt again, and they have to basically survive for 3 more weeks. So with that, I will grab J.K. Dobbins as fast as possible. Everyone's talking about Jerick McKinnon. I like seeing him, but I don't know if he's reliable. He's only a roster in 14% of the leagues. He's someone you grab. I think he's a stash guy. So that's what I would do for him. I would stash Jerick McKinnon, and Chuba Hubbard is the guy. He had 99 yards from scrimmage, 17 touches of 23 snaps. So basically he's in the game. He's getting the ball. He's only rostered in 32% of the leagues. Got to grab him. He's the guy. And if you're really desperate for running back, Burkhead from the Texans, because Dameon Pierce might be out this week. I believe he is out. because he's
Yeah.
he's missed time. He missed time right now.
Burkhead's
probably
one of
gonna
those
be
guys if you need him. Yeah, but I
You grab
mean,
him and stash and see what happens for on Sunday. That's what it is for him.
like I would go after Pierre Strong over him though. I don't know if you mentioned him or not.
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Because Ramondre got hurt, man.
Yeah, no. So someone's going to run the ball. And the Patriots going to have to run the ball.
Yeah, that man cost me some money. Well, I was sitting there. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna put some money. Like, if he gets 2 touchdowns, I put $5. All right, didn't happen.
Bob Dole, what's up? Geno Smith over Murray was a great choice. It sure was.
Hey, there you go.
It definitely was.
There you go. Now, hey, look now. Hold on. Now, because we told you to keep all 3 quarterbacks, look what happened. Exactly. Now you're down to 2. Now guess who you drop? Murray. You're welcome.
So easy.
You're welcome. All right, you're good.
That is so perfect. That was great. I gotta give that to you. That was all you.
Hey,
I also want to hold on to 3 because I was just trying to be taken from everybody else. But now that Murray's out, you're left with 2 good options now.
Look, I'm telling you.
And Deshaun is actually getting better every week too. He's going to probably get you 25 points. Man,
not always right, but I'm 85% right. Okay. I have proof. It's all over YouTube.
He's 100%. He's right 100% of the time, 85% of the time. Just letting you know.
That's I don't want to be like, look, I don't want to say, I don't want to brag and say 90. Okay. So I'll give you the 15% of like, all right, you wrong. Like, all right, the D-Hop one, I'm still wrong about.
D-Hop is still going to be still a
but
monster.
That's the 15%. However, did any of you watch? I'm sure everybody watched that game. Did you see the play where his dread got hit off his? I watched. I'm like, what the hell is that? Like live. I'm like, what is that? Freaking thing just went flying up in the air. I was like, so you guys didn't see him go over there and pick it up while during commercials. He went over there and he picked it up and rolled it in his hand and then went to the sideline.
He was like, all right, I'm gonna have this reattached.
Yeah, that's yeah. Speaking of D-Hop, that man lost the game.
That fumble, dude. So he was
momentum of the game.
Was going to literally. He was going to have 18 points. He was going to have 18 points, and then he fumbled that game. That game was in hand. He was going to score more points, and I was going to be right on the spike bet, and he screwed me. just did it.
All right, but go ahead.
So drop Murray and get McKinnon. I would go
Pierre Strong.
I would go Zonovan Knight if you have him first. Zonovan Knight and J.K. Dobbins are my first 2.
Zonovan Knight.
Zonovan Knight and J.K. Dobbins are my first 2 going. Because J.K. Dobbins they're going to need him.
Genius. 80% of all time. Remember when Martin said D-Hop wouldn't?
Yeah.
I did. Like I said, like I'm not claiming all of it. I'm not saying I'm 100%. I still think that he's whittling down. I still think,
but he was so high. It is. But he was the best by leaps
after
and
week 4. We had that little maybe Martin was right because of his hamstring issue. After 4 weeks, I said, watch. 4 weeks going by, he's going to have issues with hamstring
because he didn't have a training camp. But now that he came back, and he's just a monster. He's not that bad.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so wide receivers. What do you think about Zay Jones and DJ Chark? I know you love DJ Chark, but that offense, Jaguars' offense, looks amazing.
Maybe Elijah Moore.
So Jaguars for Zay Jones, DJ Chark, because right now
Zay Jones should be picked up. If he's still there, you got to pick him.
He's
up.
about 54%. DJ Chark on the Lions right now is only 14% rostered, and he's getting a lot of catches. He had the last 2 weeks. He's had 11 catches.
Before we go fully on wide receivers, Bob Dole, or was it Michael? Somebody had said to pick up Dobbins 2 weeks ago. I said to pick up Dobbins. Did I not?
Yes, you did. Mm-hmm.
And then on Sunday morning, if you guys watched, I said play him. I hope you guys did, because on Sunday morning I said play him. Look,
he's
Baltimore
their entire
loves this man, and they take care of him. I said the moment he comes back, you put him in.
You're not
Everyone's
wrong.
like, oh, I don't know about that. I'm like,
give him. I always say give him a week. I always say give him a week.
Not Dobbins.
Well, you don't have Lamar. You have to go ahead with Dobbins.
I put Dobbins in right away. Got me mad points. Matt Andrews.
Yep. Should I drop Komet and pick up McKinnon? I think I get away with Knight and Murray. Knight and drop Murray. Go get drop Murray and grab Knight.
Yeah,
That's the first thing.
man. Drop Murray, man.
I would not drop Komet.
No, you're gonna need him week 17.
Yes, you're going. There's going to be a couple of week 17 in your finals. If you make it to all the way to the championship game, you're going to need Cole Komet. And just watch this game. Let this be your test game. If Cole Komet still gets 6 catches and a touchdown from Justin Fields, you have your answer. Especially because if Huntley's in, I mean, as much as he looks for Andrews, he just is not. He's not as sharp right now. So look at this week, see how Andrews does, look how Komet does, look at the points, and then kind of determine it from there. Because I don't think you need to drop him to get McKinnon if you have Knight.
Yeah. But yeah, go ahead and finish off these running backs.
No, I'm at
receivers.
I'm Jameson Williams. He's only rostered 19%.
Okay.
And he's a touchdown waiting to happen. Okay. That boy's explosive. I mean, he's like a young Tyreek Hill. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing that type of explosion every time he touches the ball.
Okay.
So I would love to see that.
There's Elijah Moore, T.Y. Hilton.
The other one I was gonna go, Elijah Moore. Elijah Moore is becoming the number 1 receiver again.
Yeah. Yeah. So I mean, why the hell not? What about Ben? I know this is gonna be a dart, but how about Ben Skoranek? How do you feel about him?
Why?
Hey, man, I'm just saying. Like, I'm not saying go after him because, all right, look, I would take Ben Skoranek over Cole Beasley and freaking T.Y. Hilton right now.
Sure, but I mean, you could go if you really go on that. Donovan Peoples-Jones is not rostered is only rostered in 19% of the leagues. Why wouldn't you go over them? Or what's his name?
I know, but
who's the receiver in the Ravens? DeMarcus Robinson. I would rather go after that. You know. A chance to touch
Skoranek, though. They like Skoranek. And if Baker throws them, Tutu Atwell and Skoranek are the 1 and 2. Isn't it crazy? Ben Skoranek and Tutu Atwell are the 1 and 2 there. And Baker is look, I don't know how I feel about Baker yet. That was the Baker I'm used to seeing. Okay.
And you know what? Skoranek was getting open too, and Baker was hitting his drop and throwing the ball. He's like he wasn't thinking about all the other stuff that was surrounding him. He was just playing football. And when he just plays football,
he's just looked at his biggest receiver.
He's a good football player.
All right, bro.
I got you. What's your name?
You know what? You're big. You're tall. Go out there, get it.
Go run 15 yards, do a turn back. I have the ball right next to you. That's it. That's what they're doing out there, just playing street football.
Yeah. Michael
says, I had DJ Chark last year. He tore before he tore his ACL in the first game. Yeah?
That sucks. I remember that. Matter of fact, I think
Mark and
myself were both victims of that game.
Yeah.
And he screwed me. It wasn't his fault. Like look, my name's not Tank Kramer, and I would never get mad at an injured player and cuss them out for the rest of the offseason. I don't have
it's the Chicago in them, man. That's all.
Look, man, that man has a black heart when it comes to injured players. And he carries it for the rest of the 3 months, man.
We don't forget.
Bro, the dude got hurt.
It doesn't matter. You shouldn't have got hurt.
He still screwed you. I was like,
you shouldn't have got hurt.
Play him. Son's on waiver?
Yep.
All right.
Do you grab him? Remember what's going on there. Russ is going to be out for 2 weeks, probably, at least.
I don't believe in was it Brent or Trent Ripken?
Well, I know it's Ripken.
Ripken. Yeah. No, I've seen him play. He's
they're not going to win games.
Little man. I've seen that dude play. Honestly, no. No.
Honestly, I think what they're going to do is just force feed Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy needs to be starting in your lineup, guys. If you don't start Jerry Jeudy, you're wrong.
If I do remember, Ripken likes to throw to Tim Patrick and Hilton more. Hinton, or what's his name? Kendall Hinton, right? What's his name?
Is it Hilton?
He throws to them more than he does his main guys.
I think Jerry Judy. They're gonna tell you to throw the ball to Jerry Judy.
I don't know.
They're trying to
I'm
keep
not,
him.
dude. Michael, I wouldn't, man.
They're
I
trying
think
to
your
keep
team is
him.
stacked, dude. Your team is stacked. I remember your roster is nasty.
Just let it go. All right. If tight ends, is it anyone other than Evan Ingram? I mean, Evan Ingram. What the hell? What the hell happened? All of a sudden, they decided to throw him the damn ball. Like 15 targets, 11 catches, 160.
Look, the Jags offense is rolling with whatever they got. Trevor Lawrence makes it happen. He's a good quarterback. Wasn't he quarterback 1 of the week?
Yep.
I barely survived off of him. I barely survived by 2 points.
Yeah.
Barely got me in the playoffs. That man went off. I'm like, damn it. And he was hurt. Man, angry. There is one guy I want over him. Just because I don't know how this is gonna play out with Evan Ingram. If it's gonna be a repeat, I'm not going off as just the one big game. Okay. I know they've been using him a lot. I get it. But there's somebody that's been more consistent. Him out of the rookie at a tight end, rookie tight end out of Tennessee.
Okonkwo.
Chigoziem
Okonkwo. Yeah, that's it.
That's his name. Chigoziem Okonkwo.
Michael said, yeah, I cut cup so I have extra spot open.
Oh, that's fine.
That's not bad. Chigoziem Okonkwo, I mean, that's good. He's not rostered. He's like 1% roster.
Has him, man.
Yeah.
He's everybody's. He's everywhere. So that's what I'm going after. But
I don't know. I still will go. I mean, Evan Ingram has hurt me so many times. It's just
that's why I don't get him. But you can. I mean, David Njoku, Cole Kmet, Juwan Johnson, Tyler Conklin, all those guys probably are still lingering around there if they're there.
Yeah, but do you drop Dolchich, especially if Russell's out?
I think you wait.
See what happens this week.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not starting him.
He's a stash. I agree. Dolchich is a stash. You got to stash him away and see what we got from it.
I would put Evan Ingram or Chigoziem Okonkwo over him.
Yep.
For now, before I put Dolchich, and Dolchich is still good, then at least you have that good tight end to utilize later. Because if Trent or Brent Ripken, whatever, I don't know, I forget his first name, depending on how he utilizes his tight end and his weapons.
If he can even do anything, we don't know. I mean, we'll know more about the offense. Is it the offense? Or is it,
I don't know, but wheels up on freaking Latavius Murray because they are going to utilize him like crazy.
They're going to use him until the wheels fall off.
That man this is his last year. He's going to be overwhelmed. He's too old to be playing right now as a running back. He's going to be, damn, that was one hell of a season. My best season, I didn't get a championship.
Hey, I didn't get more than 5 wins. Just remember, Brian Ingram is now in the land of AEW, and it's Florida. Him balling out in Florida should not. He is a surprise anymore. Anything happens in Florida nowadays. Yeah, Florida and Ohio are the places. Florida and Ohio. Anything can happen there. It really is.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's interesting.
All right, so if you're stuck at quarterback, who are you looking for?
Colt McCoy, man.
Over Brock Purdy? Because Brock Purdy's only
Brock Purdy shouldn't even be there. He should have been already taken.
He's 4%.
But if he's still there, I don't know. I would stay Colt McCoy. He has Hopkins and Brown and McBride. Oh my goodness, McBride.
Finally.
Did you see? Look, I thought for a second there he was done. He got hit so hard. He was laying on the ground, and I swear he was dead.
Are you dead?
I swear he was dead. He got hit. He got rocked, and he hit the ground. He lay there for a second. I was like, I just lost my rookie tight end for the rest of his life. That man is dead. He lay there, got up.
He laid down. He had a rose on his chest. It looked like he was gone. His
he
eyes were closed.
he still had it. He went to the sideline. I'm like, all right, he's good. Maybe he's done for the season. But he can't.
Came back out.
McBride is tough, and we talked about him. He is one of the toughest tight ends, and I kept saying this. Both you and I said McBride is going to be something special.
I thought that him going to Arizona was perfect. I really think so.
As soon as Zach Ertz is no longer there, I'm telling you, McBride is going to be something special.
I agree. All right, Bob Dole says, so you're sure Knight, even with me having Henry, Zeke, and Singletary. Singletary is
I would put Knight over Singletary.
Exactly. I have Hill, Jefferson, Godwin, Juju, Lockett, Andrews, Komet. I will go get Knight there. Yes, go get Knight.
Yeah, I would put Knight over Singletary any day. At least I know that he's going to be the one getting carries, where Singletary's got to split between him, Josh Allen, and Hines. Apparently,
and who is this new running back? Who's the other kid? In Buffalo,
Cooks. Wow,
Cooks. Yeah,
I can't believe I forgot his name. Yeah, Cooks is taking over, man. So yeah, I'm okay with Knight over Singletary, easy. Let someone else deal with that headache.
Yeah, like you should be good, but no.
Yeah. Trey McBride got sent to the he did. Hell yeah, he did. I swear he was dead, man. He got hit. But yeah, he did get sent to the shower.
You said you went to see the ancestors, huh? That's what you
Look, watching things live is a total different thing when you're watching things on the TV, man. Dude, that Mike White hit was brutal. Yeah, that one was also brutal. I swear, after the first one, I thought he was done.
I thought his ribs were broken.
Same. I'm like, he's got a broken rib.
And he came back in the game
and then got hit again.
And then saying that he's going to start. If he can start, he's going to start. They don't want Zach Wilson that much that they're gonna throw Mike White out there again. That's a tough SOB, man.
I'm telling you, freaking Zach Wilson is not.
He might be done. He's
gonna be a quarter. He's gonna be backup quarterback for the rest of his career, man.
Yep.
Which hit was worse this weekend?
I don't know. That Trey McBride looked like literally he went to another realm.
Yeah, I don't know. The Trey McBride one was pretty bad, but however, there was so let's call these impact plays, okay? Because one of them was an offensive player. Thursday game, and everybody forgot about this, but Dameon Pierce made Malik Hooker look like a child. He ran him over like what are you doing in the league, bro? Like, he made him look stupid.
No, he looked like he was made out of cardboard, and he was running over a cardboard figurine.
He ran his ass over. I was like, wow. Like, I wish Den Boys was here. I really wanted his opinion on that one.
That was
he ran him over so hard. I'm like, damn, he just looked embarrassed. I don't know what's worse, man.
What do you do? I don't even know when you get ran over like that. What do you do?
I think
I've never been ran over like that.
I've missed tackles, me neither.
I've never been run over like that.
I've gotten hit to where the running back will come into me where the force and the momentum goes all this way, but I still wrap up and I make the tackle still. Yes, he's gained like 3-4 yards on me, but I've never been like where I just got trucked so hard that I couldn't make the tackle, where I was just knocked like Kadani said, into the shadow realm. That's never. Look, if I'm gonna give, it's gonna be a really tie. It's gonna be a big tie between Mike White getting hit, or the Trey McBride hit.
That Trey McBride hit. I thought I saw a soul leave. I literally saw like a little shadow kind of like leave out of his body. I was like, oh, it's all over.
But yeah, I don't know, man. He is. Yeah, I agree.
I think Zach Wilson is Mitch Trubisky.
Worse.
But Mitch Trubisky's a nice guy, so you want him to be on your team. He's gonna go back to Buffalo. He's going back to Buffalo to be a backup there.
Yeah, so if I'm my guy, Manny put a hit on Godwin. Me and my dad saw it, but nothing beats the Sean Taylor hit he did back in college. And PK Sam, who played in Florida State, made him do a 360.
I think
I'm gonna have to go back and watch that one.
Sean Taylor is one of the greatest safeties that we didn't get to see. It's just sad that we didn't get to see it, but he was amazing. What's his name? The Michigan guy. What's the defensive end in for Cleveland? Not
Garrett.
Not Myles Garrett. Not the greatest defensive
end.
Clowney. That Clowney hit in
this
college.
Week?
No, in college, where he just wiped the other dude away from off the earth. Like it was nasty. That's one of my favorite hits ever. Like it was like he literally wiped him off the earth. Like he didn't exist anymore.
Yeah. No, I look some of these hits, man, but are just I'm sure there's montages and freaking a whole clip or a whole video of just nothing but these big brutal hits.
You just got jacked up.
Like the main one I always think of is like the Reggie Bush one. There's so many, but when it comes to this week, and it's probably because I was there live. The Trey McBride one, although the Mike White one was pretty bad and happened twice, by two different linemen from the same position, like the middle nose guys. So, hands up to Buffalo, because one of them is on my waivers this week. I should get into that here soon. So, my bad for the hit on the one time in practice, bro. Yeah. Just kidding. I know you would have hit me, and if you could have, the wasted meme appears out of nowhere. Like, look, man, if that were to happen, that'd be so cool. Like a real life wasted meme, just wasted. Hold on. Is this real? Did I accident? No. I think it wasn't you. It was what's his face, the guy who was in our team in the beginning. I think I hit him on accident one time.
I've hit a lot of my teammates on accident.
It was and like it was the guy before Kadani. I can't remember his name because he quit on us after like week 2 or 3. Yeah, he just quit week 2 or 3. He's like, I'm done. I think that's the dude I accidentally hit. Sends him to the ground. Mr. Brixie is making so much money. Hell yeah, he is.
Hey, he just threw all those interceptions this past week in Pittsburgh.
He's still making mad money though,
because people believe
he's like Kirk Cousins.
I could fix him. He's not like Kirk Cousins, which
money wise. Yeah, money, yeah. Well, not the same pay, but he's like just riding the wave of all these contracts and getting paid for doing regular things. In his case, it's a backup. But yeah. So let me get into these IDP real quick.
Yes, let's do this. Yeah. Actually, let me change this thing.
What am I doing?
Your brand. There we go. Vegas, baby.
I do have the Vegas one. Let's put something else there. First one in the chat. Let's change background. Tell me what background. And then we'll change that team because I got nothing. So let's see.
Mitch was giving back rubs to pick it. Yeah, he was.
Yeah. So all right. So when it comes to defensive linemen and linebackers and DBs, I typically like doing D line first. Why? Because it's the big guys, big fellas. We're speaking of. Did I get one? All right. So no, bro, you didn't hit me. But I know you were thinking about it when you see, but I would never hit you though. You were like the Aqua meme, creep walking up the Superman red. I gave our freaking running backs hell though. That I did 100%. 100%. That I did. All right, so in no particular order, except for Brandon Graham. Actually, I like Brandon Graham this week. He had himself 4 solos, 3 tackles for loss. 3 sacks, quarterback hits, and a fumble. I like him this week specifically because he's against Chicago.
I agree.
Chicago can't stop Jack when it comes to linemen. But he's he's only 15% rostered, guys. So if you're actually doing linebackers, here's your guy. He had 29 snaps. He's creeping up there. He's now 45% snaps. I know that's below than average, but if you need defensive linemen, I think anybody on that Eagles on that line, I think would be a good fit.
This week, this is going to be a great week for
this
it because you know what?
week, yes.
Great defensive linemen give the Bears fits, and
Mhm.
if you could get off, This is going to be one of those games where the Bears just, I don't know, because all we do is run. We literally only pass the ball 25 times a game. That means we're going to run the ball like 50 times.
Yeah. So, but we'll see what happens. But I'm okay with getting him. And then another one, Aziz Ojulari, 35% rostered. We actually brought him into the show before. He's he got 66% rosters, or 66% of snappage. So he's there more than 50% of the snaps. So logged in 41 snaps, 35% roster. So he's still way below under rosters. So, and then my last guy, or let me say what he said. He had 3 tackles, 2 tackles for loss, and assist tackles, 2 sacks, and 2 QB hits. So, and then my other guy is obviously Greg Rousseau, who also was one of the main key players on snapping freaking Magic Mike's freaking chest in. 2 solos, a tackle for loss, 2 sacks, a QB hit.
He should get more points just because of that.
A pass deflection and a fumble, but the points they stack. The points stack. So if it's behind line, usually it's like a sack, the yards, the QB hit sometimes, depending on how it was, and also behind the line, like a tackle for loss.
What about yards? Do you need yards for it?
If it's a sack, yes.
Okay.
Tackle for losses, if it was just a running back behind the line, no.
Okay.
But yeah, so but again, he is 59% roster, so 41%, he's still out there. It's crazy.
That's not bad. I mean, especially for defensive linemen, you're looking for those hidden gems for a lot of these teams.
Yeah. So he's definitely making a name for himself, and I'm doing IDP next year. Yeah, I think you should. I think
It's fun.
It's fun,
especially if you like football and you like knowing about these different players and you watch it all the time. Definitely should.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. So, and then let's go to DBs. Juan Thornhill, 72% snaps with 100%. He was out there the whole time. Only 15% available, like or as
rostered.
A roster, yeah. So got himself 5 tackles, tackle for loss, and 2 assist tackles, QB hit, and pass deflection. I mean, and he also got him a sack. So they put him in the box. So that's always something you want when it comes to safeties. I love when they get themselves like it means that the floor is probably going to be high because they put him in the box. He's either going to get the running back or some type of DB. So that's always good.
Do you kind of always look for like more safeties than DBs?
I do.
Yeah,
I do.
Because they support the run, so you also get the tackle number.
Yeah. I prefer safeties over corners. There are some corners that are outliers, but like Simmons is one of them. Like I'll choose him over a lot of safeties. I know it's been a weird year for him, but I'll still choose someone like that over someone like that. So drop one. Jonathan Allen, Nick. Why is Max Crosby on here?
Hey, Nick Bosa is having a
better
year
than even adding him in
Nick
this
Bosa
list,
might be having a better year than Max Crosby.
Max Crosby is the best defensive lineman right now.
No, Myles Garrett's still the best defensive lineman in the NFL.
IDP wise, Max Crosby is
points wise, Max Crosby is better.
The question is drop one, Jonathan Allen, Nick Bosa, Matthew Judon. That's the question. Jonathan Allen, Nick Bosa or Matthew Judon.
I don't even know how you put Nick Bosa in there. I don't know.
I'm just insulted right now. I'm not a Raiders fan. Look, why? I have a whole segment of this man because he is that good. I have a whole segment of Max Crosby or minimum Crosby, Anthony. It would not be doing this if he wasn't that good. All right.
So
let's rephrase that.
I'm just saying. So
I don't know why that
Bosa
triggered
has
me so hard.
5 double digits. Max Crosby has 7 double digits games. Jonathan Allen is interesting.
The question is, how does he have these amazing plays? It's because he's in the guillotine league. So I think, Michael, you joined us just after that league got filled. During the off season of July, I think we filled it up, and then it was an 18-man team, and it was all IDP. So the guillotine league. So people there's only four teams left. So of these 4 teams, they're just like stacked.
Super, yeah. These are like a Megadroid, like Megazord. It's unbelievable
Yeah.
what you have.
But yeah, so let me get to these DBs, and then we'll get to that question real quick. So, if you want to look at the
Jonathan
notes
Allen might be the answer, but we'll get there.
And then Logan Ryan, freaking what's his face, Mike Edwards and Antoine Winfield are injured.
Yep.
So I'm looking at him. He's going to basically take over. He's got 8 solos and an assist tackle. So
and he's getting so many tackles because they can't stop anybody.
Yeah. And then Taylor Rapp is making himself a name there. I mean, I know it's not a whole lot, but he's been productive in the last couple of years or last couple of games. He got himself an interception. So depending on your league settings, interceptions might count for more.
Yeah.
But again, he's been doing something. If you really need a DB, he could be your guy.
I'm surprised the interception only got you 2 points.
There was because we have yards on top of it.
Okay.
So the touchdown's always 6. The safety's 2. The interception we might up it, but I think it's because we have it at 2 because we have the yards. Now, if we didn't have the yards, I would increase it to 4. Yeah. There's a lot of leagues out there that don't do yards. So that's kind of where the money is. And in the yards, we have it to 10 a point. So sometimes these guys get a 20-yard return on a single interception. So that's like, points on top of the interception. So
I still want my 4 points, and then you get another point on top of every 10 yards. Because if you return it for 30 yards, I think it's worth 7 points.
Yeah. So it's that's the big thing, depending on how
your league setting is. Yeah.
Yeah. So
how are we doing linebackers?
How is Sauce doing? We'll check here in a second. But he should be doing Sauce Gardner, probably.
Sauce Gardner?
Yeah, we're talking
Sauce Gardner's amazing.
I know I'm just saying these for my options, mainly because the matchup is not as easy as it seems. I mean, you got too many cooks in the kitchen. Sometimes you just got to let one go.
Yeah, but I think that Jonathan Allen might be the guy.
You think as good as they're doing right now?
It's either Jonathan Allen or Matt Judon.
Oh no, Matt Judon? No. Really?
Look at the points. I mean, it's not Bosa or Crosby. It's just not. It's just not.
I'm looking at Jonathan Allen right now. Gosh, but Jonathan Allen. Jonathan Allen still putting up double digits though.
Sometimes.
And then Matt Judon is still putting up double digits
1,
as well.
2, 3, 4, 5.
But I think he's got more sack. Oh no. Hold on. Oh man, that is interesting. That is interesting. I actually don't have any Jonathan Allen shares, so I guess I haven't really been paying attention. That is interesting.
Because with Jonathan Allen is weird because like he has a great game and then he'll have 3 bad ones. And then
all right, so this
game and then 3 bad ones.
This is where it comes down to your roster. Who do you have as running backs and tight ends that will play these certain players? If you have,
you could double up. Yeah.
If you have a Seattle or Washington or Vegas running back coming into next, you want to keep Bosa. Why? Because your running back is going to run into this guy.
Yeah.
That's double points. I know it's not like a whole lot like your stack with quarterbacks, but it's kind of like a secret stack with your IDPs.
But that goes the same with NFC East. So if you have NFC East running backs, like you have Miles Sanders or anything like that, Jonathan Allen.
Yeah.
Well, then he's only playing Dallas, Cleveland, San Francisco, and the Giants.
Well, yeah, but it's going to come down to who his running backs are.
Yeah.
And he's picking them up. As long as he has running backs now. Of course, he's going to pick up somebody this week. I know he is. He was talking about it earlier.
He has CMC. That's right. He has, McCaffrey.
Yeah. So you have Jonathan Allen facing him in week 16. Okay. And then you have McCaffrey playing Jonathan Allen. Nick Bosa, you just don't drop him.
You can't. Bosa and Crosby, I don't see you dropping. I just can't. And the question is it Judon or Allen? And
it might be Judon.
Man, I mean, Judon have decent points too.
Yeah, but he's in the last 4 teams, so there's gonna be some good players out there. If anything, you can always go back and get them too.
That's true.
Honestly, I think you might want to like Matt Judon might.
I mean, Vegas, Cincinnati, Miami, Buffalo.
Who's your other running backs though? CMC's not your only one. CMC's not your only one. I know that.
Miles Sanders.
Oh, Miles Sanders?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you're looking at his roster now? I was gonna pull it. So you keep Jonathan Allen. He's gonna play both of them. He's gonna play CMC in week 15.
Yeah, but
but he's already done with Miles Sanders, isn't he?
Yep, he's done. There's no more Miles Sanders playing it. The answer is Devin White. I don't know, man. Oh,
I'll pull up his roster real quick. I'm gonna have to look at his roster.
And he has Sanders and Kamara. Yeah, Miles Sanders and
yeah,
Kamara.
look at your matchups because I know it's not gonna be a whole lot, but that might actually be the 1 point differential that your running back runs into your lineman. And then that's the point that actually saves you. Look, you're getting to a point where it's the semifinals. Like it's just you 4.
Yep.
You're playing next week. One of you is gone. And then it's going to go down to the last, 3?
One's down to 3, and you can probably grab. He just doesn't want to hold 4 defensive linemen.
16
I understand that.
16 is going to be the last 3. And then the final 2 on week 17.
Whoa, he's benching Nick Chubb this week.
I'm fine with that. He hasn't been. I'm fine with that. Yeah, you don't want to hold 4 deals either. No. Yeah. The thing is, you have a number of options to go after now that it's just you 4. So being in you 4. So, oh wait, hold on. This was Michael. You're benching Nick Chubb.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either, but he hasn't really been. He's been really weird lately.
It's I mean, when you got a quarterback change, it's just hard for me to say go ahead.
He's only been 8-5.
That's the last 2 weeks.
Baltimore actually gives up a lot to the run, though, don't they?
And New Orleans, Washington's gonna be tough, but Pittsburgh. I mean, Nick Chubb is still averaging 14 points a week. I mean,
well, yeah, but that was like week 12 against Tampa Bay.
Yeah, but he's still averaging like overall. But yeah, I hear you.
Yeah. Anthony, I hope that helps, man. Like, I would look at who you have your running backs, who they're gonna run. That might be your final decision, because they're all so good.
Well, the reason I didn't want to do Judon is because he gives you flexibility because he's also a linebacker.
Yeah, but I think he's set at linebacker, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got some pretty good linebackers, but the flexibility is just so weird.
At this point, with the last 4 semifinals, flexibility is out the window right now. Flexibility is good when you have all 12 or higher teams.
James Conner or Nick Chubb. I like Nick Chubb more than I like Conner.
I'm not looking at next year's week. Not Denver. Oh, I'm looking at Chubb actually.
Yeah,
I
because
like Chubb more
do
than
you
Connor
want
this week.
Denver's a tough team.
Denver has a good defense. That's what's keeping them alive.
So I would go Chubb.
Yeah. All right. So speaking of linebackers or defense,
Yeah.
let's go back to that. So did I finish all DBs?
Yep.
Yeah,
We finished all DBs, but yeah, with the
But
linebacker.
before we go linebackers, our number one DB was actually Willie Gay. Had 5 solos, tackle for loss, and the pass deflection, and then he took
And
one to the
interception.
house. And
Yeah.
this is the differential. This is why I have the 0.1 as every 10 yards. That's the yardage. Like, got him 4.7 right there. That's
That's pretty
receiver
good.
numbers. That's receiver numbers. So, yeah, and then he got the touchdown. So, 19.95 in that league. So, and again, this league is 1 point per tackle. I feel like that's more accurate to like what regular fantasy football has, like with their just solo defenses. So I know in some leagues this man probably scored over like 60, 70 points, which
Yeah, I
is
was
like
gonna say some leagues because
it's
you
weird.
got touchdown, the interception is gonna
Too
be 4
much, man.
points.
Like
You
it's
get
too much.
a point for every 10 yards. So yeah, like, you're gonna have
It's too much.
28 points.
No, probably more. I don't know. But all right, so I have
Yeah.
Leighton Vander Esch in here. And it's really weird because Micah has been he's there,
He's being
but
triple teamed. That's why I've seen. He's getting double teamed and he's getting chipped.
and the thing is, if a linebacker you need like Leighton's been covering up all what Micah hasn't been able to do, and this is why I put him there.
Oh, that's not a
Leighton's been
bad
doing
play.
no, he's not. He's been actually doing pretty good. So, 9 solos, tackle for loss, and 5 assists. So that could have been a little bit more solos. But he's still involved. Devin Lloyd I have because
I was
Chad
like,
Muma.
why?
Chad
Okay.
Muma just got hurt.
Okay.
His ankles, so he basically took over. So I expect him to play a little bit more. And then Cody Barton. Surprisingly, Cody Barton was only 40% rostered.
Yeah, and he's around the ball a lot. He's one of those guys that just around the ball no matter what. So
Yeah, so I felt like this guy needed to be on there because he's only 40% rostered. I felt weird about that. Like it should be higher. I talked about him earlier in the season.
mm.
He's basically, there's not a lot of defenders in Seattle, and he's one of them. So again, he basically had over 50 snaps percentage wise. And then Vander Esch, obviously, he's out there 89% of the time. And
Yeah,
then
he's
this
almost all
last
the
game,
time.
Devin Lloyd was out there 100% of the time. So again, these guys are out there. If you need it because it's playoffs and you're in an IDP league, wherever you're watching, there you go. And then we got another question here. It's Christian Watson or Keenan Allen?
Wow. That's tough. Who's Green Bay go against?
Green Bay has. Let me check. I usually start looking at the schedules more in depth tomorrow and
Yeah,
Thursday.
because it's Tuesday. It's so hard.
They play the Rams, bro.
Christian Watson.
Yeah. But then Tennessee also been kind of giving it up too.
I don't know. I mean, you know what I
and
saw?
He's in a full PPR league.
One thing I really thought was really interesting was that Mike Williams is really the number one receiver.
Boy, were we wrong.
Mike Williams is the number one receiver, guys.
We were wrong.
That's what that is. Mike Williams is a must start. What the hell?
I don't.
He's the number one guy. That's just what it is. They look for him for every big play. Keenan Allen is your possession receiver right now. He's getting a lot PPR. He's getting a lot of catches, but he's not doing anything big. Mike Williams is doing all the big stuff. All the heavy lifting is all him.
Right. So, but yeah, Christian Watson, I guess.
I think
all this might change as we go on. It's only Tuesday. I mean, Wednesday, Thursday, something might happen. We don't know.
Right now, I
So
say Watson because I think Watson's going to get another touchdown.
I
I
don't
think
know,
Aaron
man.
Rodgers is actually looking for him to get touchdowns right now.
You
And they
know,
having
though,
problems scoring. And he catches the ball. He is fast. And you know, I hate everything about Green Bay.
they might score roughly around the same. Because
Because
I'm
it's
thinking,
PPR. Because Christian Watson could have 6 catches for.
is Dobbs coming back this week?
I don't think so. I mean, he's available this week.
No, I think he's coming back this week.
He's available this week.
I think he's playing. I think he's playing this
Doubtful.
week.
No, Dobbs is expected to play. He is expected to play. Yeah.
Oh, this could get interesting.
It was doubtful last week.
I'm still going Keenan Allen, man. You're going Christian Watson. I'm going Keenan Allen.
It's like Christian Watson. I just think he's just looking for him. But I understand the PPR league why you go for Keenan Allen. I totally understand.
That's why. That's PPR.
Yeah, I totally get you.
Half PPR.
It's when the
Nice.
touchdowns mean more. And Christian Watson's been scoring 2 touchdowns for the last 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know if it was like anything. If it wasn't PPR, I'd go Christian Watson. But because he's in a PPR league, I want to go Keenan Allen.
Well, here's the question. He says, or Nick Chubb or Keenan Allen.
Keenan
I
Allen.
kind of go Keenan Allen now. Because it's PPR. Now I'll go Keenan Allen.
Yeah. So, Anthony's mentioned in a non-PPR league, I'm starting Watson over. Yeah.
Because they're scoring. He's going to score touchdowns. This is what he does. He's the new Chris Carter. All he does is score touchdowns.
Evans, man, I can't believe that, dude. I was so happy for him when he scored that, and then I'm like, oh, never mind.
Oh, I don't know. Brady's not
bring it back. But yeah, I don't know. Those are my IDPs. Those are your waivers for both offense and defense.
Yeah. I hope you guys like it. I mean, listen. I mean, going into what is this? This is quarterfinals right now. Next week semifinals, and the week after you looking at finals. So make the right moves.
Yeah, guys, there's gonna be an episode tomorrow. I just won't be there.
Yeah. I'm just telling the Mark. Looks like he's gonna be trying to do it too. So if Anthony can do it, let's go. We'll talk Anthony.
Well, Mark can't go tomorrow. I don't think he can he?
I think he said he was just talking to you about it, and that he might be able.
Oh yeah, it was just before the show. He said something about one class.
I'm not 100% right now. I will let you know tomorrow.
Oh, he's in Maryland though.
He says he's definitely going to try.
I don't. My mom has to. Hey, I don't know how. All right. He said he'll have a better idea tomorrow.
Yeah, so we'll figure out tomorrow. One way or another, we'll still be on air. The show will go on. It will be focused on IDP, and we're gonna watch Gridiron Heights, and Martin's gonna be a nervous wreck. It's like,
I just hate like not doing it, you know? Like I hate just not being there when specific. I don't know. It's like letting the kids run wild. It's like no, you don't. You want
that's what we're gonna do. It's gonna be like
So
Dad's not home. Let's go. Now we're gonna play. We'll do everything we want to do.
It's really just look. I've seen Tank and Mark do it without me, and sometimes it's cringe. And I'm like, y'all said his name wrong, and then I'm like, I can't do anything about it because I'm driving or doing whatever. So it's like, well,
that's not gonna be a big problem for me. Come on,
it is what it is. And then you know what? And then this happens every time I'm not here. Somebody new comes in, a new person. We get new people all the time, but like as somebody new, brand new.
Yeah.
And they're in the. I'm like, oh, I hope they don't scare me away.
No, we'll be all right. We'll have enough entertainment at least.
Of course, Michael. Of course, I'm glad you're here every day. I was even happy that that was called back. Gold
Irons, of course.
Give them one. You could have just given them one. Come on, man.
Yeah.
If Anthony ends up doing it, man, it might be another duo.
That may be fun.
You guys.
That might be fun.
And Anthony might actually have a little bit of more IDP knowledge than he did last season. I mean, he's not gonna have a whole lot.
Yeah, but
But
I could pull up a lot of stuff. So we're just
I
gonna look at
think
this coming up week.
he'll know something of it.
Well, I'm hoping that Anthony could do it because we'll talk. Anthony was probably try to go on later, so because he's in Cali, so we'll be able to do it. Maybe go on at 8 my time, so that's 6 your time.
That could be about what he does.
Yeah,
because we go 7 on Tuesdays for me. He's at 6:00 his time.
Yeah.
So that might actually work. So if you guys collab, that would be interesting.
I can't wait.
With two bring in whatever he does to the show. Look, it'll be something. Like either way, it's gonna be fantasy football. We'll talk about something.
And it'll be interesting.
That's how Mike and I felt when Dustin and Frank did a show without us. It's like letting the kids use the car for man.
Donuts, guys. We're doing donuts.
It's like I trust you, and I know you're gonna, you're gonna do what I ask you to do. But it's like if something goes wrong, there is nothing you can do about it.
Hey, if something goes wrong, it doesn't matter. I can run a show, so that's okay.
That's all right. Yeah,
we'll be all right.
Yeah. So
it'll be like Mark looking like this.
The only thing is I'm gonna miss the Gridiron Heights, and I don't really know if you guys are gonna do it or not.
We'll still find a way to put it up.
I mean, if you guys don't, I'll actually be okay with that.
The thing is, if we're going on at 8 my time, that's 7 your time, you might be able to jump on before it's over, and we might still do the Gridiron Heights with you.
I just love watching them like brand new, like they're nice. I don't get home from work until 6 my time.
So 8:30. We'll do 8:30.
Yeah,
that works for me.
You guys can text and figure it out. So
yeah, that works for me, Anthony.
Yeah, all right. So tomorrow should be fun, guys.
Oh yeah.
Like the main, not like how much we've grown is you guys. Like, who would have thought Brian and Anthony would have been in a show together? Everybody else is just tapped out tomorrow.
Oh man.
You know, it'd be the craziest episode if we had Mark and Dustin.
Just alone, just to see how it goes.
Because everybody's busy. And they were the only two. Mark and Dustin or Mark and Frank. They've never met. No, Mark and Frank, because they've never met. I think Mark's met Dustin.
I think Mark has gotten so much better. So I think he might be okay.
It would be weird though. Like if both shows just couldn't do it. And we're like, hey, look, Frank, you got to go on with Mark. Well, who's that? You'll figure it out.
When you go on, you'll see you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was saying, the best friend. Don't forget. Yes. Sandy, thank you for coming in. You are the best part of the show. Obviously, we all know this. And despite what he says, Martin thinks the same thing too.
Yes. Oh. So you guys watched the Sandy segments, right? Should I bring those back?
I think you should. I think so. I think you can bring the other stuff. You can bring the other energy. Her just being herself is good enough.
I'll bring her back for playoffs.
Playoffs?
Because then it's she'll have the brackets there and who advances to the Super Bowl. So it won't be fantasy. I'll bring her back. I'll bring her back for NFL playoffs, which should be Sandy's number 1. I'll bring her back. I did mention this to her. I'm like, you know what? Because people asked me, I'm like, hey, is she gonna come back? Damn. You know what? We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for me, okay? Your
Jersey.
Sandy's playoff pick'ems. That's exactly what I'll
That's
probably end up
exactly it.
titling it too. And then he also was laughing. Mark and Dustin or Mark and Frank would be hilarious. I know.
They'll be looking at each
I
other the
think
whole
we should
timeline.
do it in the off season. Just lie to them, and they're not here, right? They're not watching this. We should just lie to them both. They're like, "Hey, man, I'm going vacation, or I got this, and that," and we just during the off season, and have them do a mock draft.
We'll see
an
how much
IDP one, because Frank doesn't know jack about IDP.
See how much dead air you get with the whole thing.
That'll be such a cringe episode. That'll be such. It'll be funny to us. Everybody else who comes in, like, who are these guys?
What the hell is this?
Yeah.
Call me back when they get back.
All right, guys. Yeah, I'll bring Sandy back for the playoffs.
Awesome.
I'll bring her back for the playoffs. She could check out the bracket. Because she's in high demand, I guess, man.
That's the best part. Hey,
her logic behind the teams is just has no fantasy, no nothing, no clue. Just like she brings up crime rates to the cities as
there you go.
Like what?
You wouldn't be streaming if she didn't say it was okay.
Oh man.
Hey,
no.
Look,
no.
Don't say anything else, Martin. No, Martin.
I would still be streaming. No, I would still be streaming. Trust me. I have the other panned. Okay. And I'm serious. We are 100% 50-50. I swear to you.
Uh-huh. And my wife knows I wouldn't be streaming. I'm gonna say, look right in the camera. I would not be streaming without my wife. Just letting you know. She's the most important.
Look, she's probably thinking of something clever to say right now, just so she could look cool. She's probably, you know what? We're gonna end it before she types it. All right, guys. Good morning, good evening, good night, wherever the hell you guys are at. Look, man, tomorrow we'll see what Anthony and Brian bring. I'm interested. Hopefully, I'll be there.
Too late.
Too late. I have give him his time.
He's so happy after streaming. Oh, look, he's finally happy. It's the only time he look like that. Look at you.
You see, this is why I love it, right? Get out of here.
See,
all of you, get out of here.
See you guys. We out here.
UFC finals, but yeah. Oh, that should be interesting.
Hey,
based on your picks, okay. Yeah.
Hey, colors. Let's go. Yeah. And as long as you're right. Oh, just to nerd it out before you guys go, check out my Batman versus Spawn cover real quick.
Oh shit. That is cool.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool. I actually like it. All right. Well, that's pretty much it, man. You got anything else?
Nope. Hey, I'm just saying, I'm gonna go nerd out. I bought like 7 of the same comic because it has like 8 different covers. So
all right then, man. Again, good morning, good evening. This is the Nerd Huddle, the combination of between Panda Grizzly Show, or now it's no longer Panda, it's just Grizzly.
It's just me.
It's just the Grizzly Show with
Grizzly on IDP. This is what
Science Pylon. We're collabing Nerd Huddle, just the way it is. And good night, Brian. Good night, everybody who joined. And good night, Josh Allen. We will see you tomorrow, or they will do something for you guys tomorrow, but there will be fantasy football talk and there will be some type of show that is football related, and they're both geniuses. They know what they're talking about. So it's okay. Thanks for watching.
Thanks,
see you guys Sunday or even Saturday. I think I'm going to do Saturday.
If you do Saturday, I might jump on with you. So we'll see you guys.
All right, then.
All right.
Getting hype when I aim up. Elevating that game up. Stepping up to the competition. Only first place, and that's how I'm living. I'm winning till they digging up my grave. Eating all the things up on my plate. Game face when I step up into place. I was born and when I watched the other way.